Alright, we'll create a retainer for you, a new character, which you can recruit as a retainer if you're playing as Q. Maybe copy your notes over.
Excuse me, sorry.
No, you're good.
How have you been? I haven't like talked to you since last week.
Uh, yeah, I suppose. I've been fine, I guess. How have you been?
I've been okay. I've just been like doing like a lot of university work and everything.
You go to uni in Tokyo?
Mm-mm. Your
Nice.
university, so yeah,
I've just been working. Nothing
that's good.
crazy. Yeah.
Wait, do you get paid like Japanese wage or like I don't know where you're from, but
I get paid an American wage.
oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, so it's decent, I suppose.
That's so much better than a Japanese wage for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. And thank you for doing this. I thought it would be really fun.
Of
I might
course.
be like raging at the end of this, so who knows?
I'm
But
always usually down to play D&D, so.
always, always, always. Do you ever like thinking of like different like campaigns or anything? Like, could I just like sit in while you like think about like the process? Like, I just want to know what it's like, you know?
Uh, like you want me to tell you what I'm doing?
Yeah, like when you're like thinking of like different campaign ideas or anything. Just because I think it's like cool. I don't know, you know?
I can try, I guess. Yeah, so right now I'm just putting tokens on the board.
You can totally say no. It's totally fine.
It's nothing crazy. Old school D&D is quite simple, really. It's a lot simpler than modern D&D.
Yeah, I like started like a thing with modern D&D, and I was like weird. It was really confusing.
There's a lot when it comes to modern D&D. A lot more to it.
Yeah, have you ever played modern D&D?
I've tried it a few times. It's not my thing. Alright, let's get your new character rolled up.
Alright, it's 3D20 or
Yeah,
3D6.
636 in the bots channel.
Okay.
Alright, those are decent, yeah.
Oh, you
Take
sure?
them. Yeah, those are good.
Okay.
9 through 12 is average, so average is good.
Okay. Let's have one below average. That's good. That's good. I think my other two were a bit higher though. That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, it's not your main guy, so.
Mm-mm-mm. So would I swap to a retainer if my main one died?
Yeah, the retainer could take your place if you name them your heir, and if their morale doesn't break.
Yeah. I find D&D so cool. Sorry, am I talking too much? I don't want to like be annoying, you know?
No, you're fine.
Okay. I'm just like really excited. Sorry.
That's good.
Mm-mm. Like the way you like
Alright,
run
so.
campaigns and
Oh, yeah,
really
go
cool
ahead,
by the way.
sorry.
No, no, go ahead. I'm listening.
Oh, no, you can go ahead. I was gonna just move on to the next step, but if you have something to say, go
No,
for it.
I'm guessing I should be a thief? Question mark.
Yeah, that would be a good choice.
Look at me knowing stuff. Okay, so I'll be a thief. I'll be a thief.
Okay, we're gonna roll your hit points next. So it's gonna be 1d2.
Okay. So
You're gonna roll this, or go ahead and roll in the chat, yeah. The bots channel.
one. Eight. Yeah.
Alright, nice. So you're at 2. Let's see your adjustment. It says your adjustment is 0. Okay. So 2 of 2.
Nice. That's really good, right?
That's decent. You can take 2 hits before you're killed.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Let's get your equipment. Go ahead and roll 3d6s.
Okay. Um, that's not bad, right?
That's pretty good. Yeah, so 140 coppers. Okay, so let's see.
Hopefully that
Between
means I'm like
adventures,
good.
you've been working as a nun, and then Jeebus has been working as a farmer. Let's see. Your new character is recently, it's a new join. He's almost ready. He's starting with 140 coppers. We're just gonna start with some clothes and
Okay.
his lockpicks. Let's see. He's also gonna need some armor, I think. We'll go with a helmet. So we've already spent 80 coppers. We're down to 60.
Really?
80. Okay.
Wow. What do we spend on? Gee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. There was an update to the armor rulings. Let's see. So it's a little more expensive for armor. I mean,
Oh man.
light helmets are still 25, but helmets are 50 coppers. And that's the only one that's going to give you a -1 AC.
Wow. Okay. And
So
then.
that's why I had to buy him an expensive piece of armor. So he actually benefits. Let's see,
Wait,
actually this would be 7.
does Jeebus have? Oh my god. Does Jeebus have what's his weapon? Short bow, short
He has a
bow.
short bow.
Okay.
Yeah. Character still
And
doesn't
then
have any armor, but we'll probably buy her some armor in a moment. Let's see.
okay.
At least she has a shield.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think I could afford armor. Or like maybe I had like a light thing. I don't know.
Yeah, you've got a shield so far. That's about it for armor. Let's see. Your new character has 60 left. We'll get him a weapon. I suggest
Mhm.
a missile weapon first. So sling, short bow, longbow, crossbow, or fire lance early on.
I'll take your like best judgment. Whatever works.
Let's go for a short bow then. So you have some money for other things still.
What's kind of stuff would I get, I guess?
Equipment and supplies like torches, food, bandages, bags, sacks.
Mm, no, I think I'll save it for now.
You want to save his money? You don't want to get him supplies
I mean,
like torches and
yeah, I
food?
guess we could. Maybe torches?
Okay, so we'll need a bag to carry them. We'll do
If
a
I need
tinderbox.
torches.
How many torches do you want?
Um,
1 torch is 1 copper, so
can I do 10?
sure.
That's too much. Okay.
That's 30 pounds of torches though, keep that in mind.
Oh, that's a lot. I'll do 5. I'll do 5.
5, okay.
Yeah.
So that's 5 coppers, 15 pounds of torches, so let's see, a bag, tinderbox, and 5 torches. 13 coppers total. 27, no, 17 left. Alright, and let's see. Is there anything else you want to purchase your new character?
Um, that sounds good, right? I don't know.
I mean, maybe a melee weapon or some tools, a 10-foot pole. Your choice, though, if you want to finish it.
Yeah, I mean, just finish it off, I guess. You know,
Alright, so you don't want to buy anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay. In that case, you'll need a name for the character. Do you want an old school name, or do you want to pick it?
Um, let's see. It was hard. I feel like out of respect, especially because like Friska's here, I feel like we should name Joe. Sure.
Joe? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hi, Fresca. How's it going? Alright, so Joe. Okay, so we've got Kyo.
Wait, like, do you have perms? Or are you just like not able to talk right now?
Let's see.
Oh, I think Friska doesn't have perms.
Yeah. Only if you're playing you get perms, I guess, right? So, did you want to play
Oh,
solo, or
I'm
did you
down.
want other players?
I mean, I'm down if people want to play. I feel bad. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Oh, you're not? Oh, okay, okay, okay. Then yeah, okay, okay. I just want to play then.
Alright.
Yeah,
So,
fun.
never mind then.
You're totally fine. You're totally fine. You're totally fine. I'm like slightly FK, my bad. um,
Alright, so get that. Let's get the date set. It's early April of year 16 in the campaign. Let's see, April, early 16. Okay. And we are in the village of Gagevsi, I think. Yeah.
um, well, are we like continuing from where we were?
Yeah, of
Right?
course. So
Okay. So, like, what's in like the town?
when you're in the village, provides anything you can imagine a medieval village might provide. To adventurers, this might mean important places you might visit are the market, the temple, the guard, which are the walls. You can visit the homes, the farms,
Tavern?
industry areas or workshops. Oh, go ahead.
Isn't there a tavern?
There are taverns, yeah. The
Like,
Roasted Pig Tavern is the most popular one in the village. You want to go there?
Wait.
Sorry, what was that? I couldn't hear you.
I was like, yeah, that's perfect.
Oh, perfect. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Now, before we set out, though, I'm gonna roll for any adventures that are going on this week that you might want to take on.
Okay.
Just some hooks. Oh, wrong die. Okay, 3.
Oh, sorry. Like guinea pig.
Oh, I hear it. That's. Your mic can pick up the sounds of a guinea pig. That's cool.
Especially when it gets really loud.
It's okay.
Sorry.
Right. So this week, you know, you're a small band of adventurers. It's just you and your retinue. And being a small band of mercenaries or adventurers as you are met by a few explorers. A few explorers who
Okay.
made it to the village, and they recently returned from a dangerous expedition to the south. They've made quite a bit of profit from this expedition, but they have suffered many losses. And during this expedition, they actually lost a few of their guys. A few of their men were actually left behind. They were left at the ruins in which they encamped and besieged. This ruin in the swampland to the south. You see, many characters were wounded, injured, and they could not take them along. So some were left behind to take care of those who were wounded, injured, and could not continue the journey back home. These adventurers, they're willing to pay you to see if you might go out there and help bring some of them home, or at least what's left of them, if they're still there, or if their remains are still there, if they're no longer, of course, alive. This occurred, they returned about a week ago and are not willing to go back out there themselves. So, part of the money that they made from the expedition they're setting aside, mostly, of course, the shares and spoils that should have gone to those who deserve it, right? The shareholders who deserve it. They use some of their money, including their own, portions of their entire share to just maybe pay a group to go and bring them home. Would you be interested in such a task?
I think so. Can I ask them a question?
Sure. You met them a few days ago, let's say, before the current day in which you guys sit around your camp thinking of what to do. But a few days ago, you talked to this group at the tavern, at the Roasted Pig, actually, a place often visited by
Mm,
old adventurers. So at the Roasted Pig,
yeah.
you talked to them. Um, let's see, the leader of the group. One second.
Sorry for the really loud.
His name is Hudrik. So you met with Hudrik and his company, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you got him to the. So you, Kyo, led your retinue to talk with Hudrik, who offered you this task. So Hudrik. Let's see. He is known to be Hudrik. Let's see. Hudrik, the Greenskins Slayer. So that's also what he's known as. But let's see if we can fit that in there. Hudrik. Oh no, yeah, here we go. Green Skin Slayer. Hudrik. There it is. That's his title. He hates orcs and goblins alike, and he's known to have killed many of them. So you talk to him and a few of his mates on this task that they're willing to hire you for. Go out there and bring back their lost comrades, right? They're not no longer willing to maybe sacrifice their own lives or risk their own lives for them anymore. Perhaps their comrades who are too weak or too unworthy of their, yeah, perhaps they just For whatever reason, they're not going out to get their comrades. So they're paying you to maybe do this, right? What do you think? You up for the task, you? Who'd your guess?
Well, I do think we have a couple questions before we go. That's okay.
Of course.
Personally, I was wondering, obviously, what would be the pay for this? Because this seems like a very treacherous task.
It is indeed a treacherous task. I'm thinking for everyone you bring back, you receive 10% of what they were due. To give you an idea of their shares, they each are to receive about 9 silvers. So, if you go out
Oh,
there and retrieve them, you will receive 10% of that, non-coppers per member you retrieve.
is that 10% split between our party, or is it for everybody?
Well, it's for every member you bring back, and you can split that however you want among yourselves. But all you've got to do
Perfect.
is find them and bring back what remains of them. If they're alive,
And
even better. Maybe they'll pay you themselves, but if not, bring back proof of their deaths, and then we'll pay you 9 coppers. We
so
need to send something to their families.
of course, sir. One more question. I was just wondering, you're not expecting us to interfere with anything that could have harmed them, correct?
Of
We're
course not.
supposed to get in. Sounds amazing to me.
That is up to you, but all I require is proof of their deaths or for you to bring them back alive. Naturally, if you bring them back alive, we'll be extremely grateful, and they too, most likely. Additionally, they might even pay you themselves, maybe a higher share of their spoils if you find them alive. We have their share of the treasure. We just got back home a lot sooner than they did. So,
How long have they been out there?
about half a week now.
Oh, okay.
Our
Well,
expedition took place last week, so they've been out there for about half a week without us.
well, I can assure you we'll try our best. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Of course. I'll mark their location on your map. They are
Thank you
apparent,
so much.
or the ruins that we explored are to the south in the swamplands. The ruins are roughly 6 miles away to the south.
Okay.
Okay, I'll add the marker to your map.
Can I ask one more question?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Would you guys have any means of transport by chance, or will we have to go on our own?
Transportation. We cannot provide transportation. You will have to go on foot.
Okay. Well then, I guess we must start our preparations. Thank you for your time.
Let's see. Okay, let me add an indicator. Let's see. We'll use the triangle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roughly 6, but it's actually 5. Alright, that should be good. Change the color to white.
This is really cool. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. And let's add a border. Black.
Do you mind if I like put like notes in the chat for myself? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's what they're for.
Okay. I, Like in the session channel, that's fine.
Mhm.
Right? Okay, okay. Oh, I need to ask them how many there are. I totally forgot.
Yeah, of course. There were 4 of them.
Oof. Okay.
So there rescue 4 men on the frontier to the south.
Wait, is it Ekin or Ekin?
It's Ekin.
Ekin?
Yeah, you can call me that outside of the game. During the
Yeah,
game,
yeah,
you
yeah.
can call me DM or Dungeon Master.
Oh, okay, damn. I was wondering, like, what is typically proof of death? Like, what would that be considered?
Mm, like someone's head or
Oh,
body.
okay.
Head at the very least, body preferred.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Alright, so we're headed to the ruins of Zagorog. They had a siege camp built just outside the ruins. Or a small camp built just outside, and a siege camp built further away. Maybe a mile away at least. But a small siege camp. Alright, so we're headed to the camp of the Bloody Eagle, which is the captain of their original team, who is not with them. He is at that camp. He did not
Mm,
abandon his men, but these guys did. They took the treasure. Let's see. Alright,
so what's the second one?
what was that?
Wait, what's the camp?
Camp of the Bloody Eagle. It's the title of
Okay.
their captain.
So the captain is Raylan?
The captain is known as the Bloody Eagle.
Okay.
Alright, so it's morning. This is a few days later, the day of your expedition. After a night of rest and thinking and planning with Joe and Jeebus. Today, of course, or last night, you might have decided that you were gonna begin the expedition tomorrow morning to the camp of the Bloody Eagle. But now that it's morning, you're meant to eat. What would you like your men and yourself to do? They are quite hungry. There's free
Mm,
food in the village if you're interested.
yeah, I'd love to get some free food. That sounds awesome. I don't.
Alright, you go to the homeless shelter, and free food is passed out. It's grits. It's not the tastiest, not the cleanest, but it fills you up. The grits is old, tastes terrible, It's got maggots in it sometimes. Extra
Do you think
protein.
we could also get food from the temple
You want to go to the temple and get
as
food?
well? Get even more food.
I mean,
I
time
thought
is
it.
limited, but it's morning. It's
Is it close?
0800.
Like it's morning.
Or let's say it's 0600. You just woke up. After waking up, you spend an hour washing up and getting your equipment together. So at 7 o'clock, you want to get breakfast. Did you want to get breakfast at the temple first, or did you want to get breakfast at the homeless shelter?
Well, I mean, I don't know how much time we have, but like both just to get really full. But if not, then probably
If you want
at the
food at the church, most likely you have to pray with them to get food. And the
that's
food
fine.
there is more of a snack than breakfast.
Um, okay then. I
It's
think
quality
if there's a
food, but
lot of
it's half a pound of food. A meal is 1 pound.
well, I'll take the half pound. I guess.
Okay. So you guys go in for a light breakfast. This means Jeebus and Joe have to pray with you at the temple.
Okay.
So you go in for
I
prayers,
mean, yeah,
and as you're
Jeepus
praying
isn't
in the temple
just like
hall with all the other villagers, is there anything else you want to do or say or think about as you pray?
mm, I don't know. I'm just gonna like pray for like good luck, I guess, and pray for like spirit, like just like help.
Okay, so you do a self prayer while they're praying together. You pray for another reason. And after your prayers, you go and have breakfast. Is this fine, or would you rather do something else?
Yeah, it's perfect.
All right. You eat at the temple, and they serve um, oats, and they serve a bowl of oats, and they also serve a fruit. So
Yeah.
a small bowl of oats. Everyone gets like this, basically a cup of oats, and then of course a fruit, like an apple. These small apples are passed around, and there's plenty of water to drink as well.
Yeah, can we just like really fill up on some water?
hmm
Okay.
Jeeves and Joe
Thank you.
still
And
want
then
more food. I haven't eaten enough yet.
can I just give them 2 pounds of my grain as
You want
well?
to go out and cook it?
Yeah.
So grain you can't eat on its own. You have to turn it to flour, and then from there you'll either make bread or grits, or not grits, but bread or like porridge out of it.
Okay. Is that fine? Like, will 2 pounds still be like a full like meal for them?
Yeah, of course. 1 pound of grains is enough.
Okay.
Okay, so you go
Cool.
up
Yeah,
to
I
your
think
base camp,
1 pound.
and
And
there are no dishes your characters own, but they break the grain into flour and they roll it up with some water and they try to bake some bread over the fire. They get this kind of
mm-mm.
rough, tacky bread. They eat
Yeah.
it and they're filled up. You lose another 1 pound of grain. They just needed an extra half pound, so you lose
Yeah.
1 pound. Do you feed yourself too,
Uh,
or do you want to go
um,
hungry?
mm, I'll just have like half a pound of vegetables.
Okay, that works. You fill up on vegetables, or try to, about half a pound of veggies, and then you guys are fed. They're ready to march.
Yeah. And then I think you guys ready to go? Is there anything you guys need to do?
Jeebus shook his head. I'm ready when you are. Joe is new. He says, of course, but I do have some money if we need to stop into the markets to purchase any additional equipment.
Hmm. I mean, I have quite a bit of food. Do you think we could need more, or what do you think we should get?
I've got 17 copper pieces, but you're the boss. I'm willing to spend a few of it for additional supplies or equipment we might need at the party, such as food, unless you think you've got enough.
Hmm. Could I ask what do we need? Some a good bit of food, you know. Um, what's what's the cheapest again? Is it grain?
Yeah, grain is quite cheap.
Compared to the other options of fruits, vegetables, meat.
Yeah, you can get 6 pounds of grain for 1 copper.
Okay. And we get like 12 pounds of grain.
You could. So,
Like he
2 coppers worth.
holds 12 pounds. I think he could hold 18, right? He could hold
Yeah,
18 pounds
23,
for
and you
sure.
bought 6 pounds of grain, so you're at 11. Or did you want to have him pay for his own?
I was wondering if like, so if I hold on to 6 and he hold on to another 6, is that okay?
Yeah, he can buy 6 as well.
Okay. And then I think that's perfect. Yeah.
He has torches, right? Yeah, you bought him 5 torches, or he bought 5 torches. Forgot to mark it.
What's that tinder box?
It's a box of tinder, so flint and steel and kindling, right, for a fire. Tinder.
Okay.
Alright, so 5 torches, and now he's got food. He bought grain as well. Grain is cheaper than normal food. It's not very nutritious, but it'll fill you up.
Yeah.
With malnutrition though, your characters get weaker. Right? They'll
Okay.
become physically weak.
Mm-mm.
Alright.
Are you
Uh,
guys ready to head on up?
yeah, they're ready. They're ready when you are. They're your
Okay,
men.
then let's head out. Let's just like, if we sprint, does that like make us more tired,
Of
or can I
course.
just like go for it? Okay, well,
Sprinting is for short durations, especially like in combat or something. But for long marches, you shouldn't be sprinting.
just march. Yeah, let's just march. Okay, do we have like one person looking for animals, one person looking for monsters, one person looking for vegetation? Is that too slow? Oh, we'll wait. Let's
If you
just
do
keep
that,
going.
it'll
Six
be moving at
miles.
1 mile an hour if you want to take another task as you march.
Mm, I think I could look for vegetation and then.
Alright, so you'll forge for vegetation. Jeebus, what's his role? Do you want him to be lookout for monsters?
Uh, yeah.
And then for Joe, do you want him to hunt, look for signs of animals?
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good.
Okay. In that case, we're marching at 1 mile per hour.
Okay, okay.
Alright. Throughout today's march, there's a chance for monsters. This did occur. This occurred at. So we set out at around 9 o'clock. So we set out a little late, a little later.
Okay.
But this occurred at 11, 2 hours later. So you note this down.
So we've gone 2 miles? Question mark?
We're just noting all the encounters that occurred throughout the day. So at 1100 there was a monster. And let's see if there were any animals during the march. There were animals which were seen at around the same time actually. Perhaps the monsters were feasting on the animals.
Oh, does that mean they're distracted or?
Possibly. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
Alright, next roll is for any signs of
vegetation.
vegetation during the march. Alright, if all goes well, you guys should be able to forge about 15 pounds of vegetation.
Oh,
Let's see.
okay.
If all goes well.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. Is my guinea pig too loud?
It's fine. It's all good.
Okay, thank you.
Then aside from that, there was the hunter looking for small game and large game. So this is the small game roll. If all went well, he shot up 6 pounds of small game.
Oh, okay.
Potential chance for an extra animal. No other animals were spotted. Right. That was, and then of course Jeebus was looking for monster tracks, so even more signs of monsters. He did find other monster tracks. This occurred an hour later, so at 12 o'clock. Monsters.
Okay.
Alright. So first, the first encounter throughout the day was the monster animal encounter. Let's see. Was the monster surprised? It was. Were the animals surprised? They were not. So the monster's close. Animal sign, they're not close. So perhaps the monster's near and is hunting. Monster appears to be at 30 yards from our position. We are in, let's see the type of terrain we're in. So swamps. Swamps you can see decently far if there are no trees. Let's see what kind of terrain we've got. South of Gagifsi are hills. And then swamps. Let's see. Yep, swamp. Shoot. So for the swamp here, this occurred at 11 o'clock, so 2 hours later. In that case, you were only about 2 miles out, so you were actually still in the hills when this happened. So this is a hill encounter. So we'll check the hills table. Let's go to hills. Okay. Hills. Alright, we're gonna roll a d8 and a d12.
Okay.
See what we encounter. Okay, so 8 and 10.
Oh,
Some type of
perfect.
unusual.
Oh, okay.
And it turns out something's close. You're in Forested Hills, and we can hear the birds. They're gone. There are no birds in this area of the Forested Hills. There are insects buzzing. Uh, there are crickets chirping and such. Right? There are frogs croaking. It's early in the day. It's springtime in the Scorchmoor. And springtime in Scorchmoor is basically summer, and summer in Scorchmoor is basically a desert. Right? It's super hot. But right now it feels like summer, even though it's only spring. And it's super warm out here. It's hot, the sun on your back, and this rugged kind of forested uh, range of hills. And it's kind of dry out here right now. It's just a hot kind of dry weather right now we're having in the forested hills. It's bright and sunny right now, and we have found basically signs of animals in the area. The sign of the animal is these animal tracks in the forest, but more importantly, the first animal sign we see appears to be some kind of bird. The bird, though, is not as you would have guessed. As you were marching through, you saw the bird was perched on a branch in the tree, right? There's some small bird, but it's made of stone now.
Okay.
Alright, so that's what you see. Do you want to continue marching south?
Uh,
See a bird to the
can
south, and it's made of stone.
like would like wisdom or intelligence wise, would I know what it is? Like,
It's a bird made of stone. What do you want to
would
know
I
about
know
it?
that? How is like what is that? You know? I don't know, but does it look threatening at all? Is it chilling?
It's just
Define?
on a tree at the moment.
Does it see us?
It doesn't appear to be alive anymore, right? It's just a stone bird. Maybe it's just a statue. But it's on
Okay.
the tree. It's quite an unusual placement. You're just in the middle of the forested hills and you see a bird made of stone now up ahead.
Um, are there
It's
any
dead quiet.
sounds around?
Yeah,
You hear
you
any?
can hear only insects, no birds, just insects and croaking frogs, chirping
Oh,
crickets.
can we see anything?
What do you mean by see? You're in the forest. You can see everything in the forest, the forested hills.
Yeah, is there anything like that stands out, or is it just like a normal forest? Are
Forward
there any
march.
other stone birds or
Are there any what?
other stone birds or anything? Or
There could be more, maybe, but at the moment you just see the one. It's an unusual
what
sighting,
is it?
right? So aside from the sign of animals in the area, just a small bird and what appears to be, yeah, that's pretty much it. So you just see some small bird in a tree made of stone at the moment.
Well, I guess it's not bad. We can keep marching.
Alright, you keep marching, and as you continue, you start to hear this kind of sifting sound. Something's approaching from the forest. It seems to be slithering, right? This
Shit.
slithering, scaly sound kind of approaching very cautiously on your position, right? It's just snaking its way toward you. You can hear it, right? The scales brushing against the branches. You start to hear some hissing as well.
Although, can I like hold back? Like, can we like stop?
Hmm.
And could we like find some like where to hide among the trees by chance?
Of course. So you want to take cover behind the trees?
Yeah.
You can hear the sound. It's approaching from the it's approaching from the northwest, and it's closing in. So you want to take cover against the northwest, or do you want to do something else? How do you want to take cover?
Mm, against the northwest for sure.
Okay,
Do we
so
see it? You just hear stuff.
you just hear it. Whatever it is, moved at the rate of 30 feet. It began at 40 yards. So it was at maybe 80 feet, but now it's maybe about uh, 20 feet away now. And you took cover behind some trees. You can't see what's happening, right, unless you want to peek. But it's approaching, right? So you're behind the
Mm-hmm.
trees, um, you and your men, just
Yeah.
steady. At this point, you might want to prepare a weapon. You see Jeebus has already done so. You see Joe has already done so as well.
Oh, I'll prepare my short bow,
Okay,
my shield. That works.
so you want to get your showpole ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would I be able to grab my shield too, or no?
One move at a time, but you can't use a shortbow with the shield anyway, right? Do you
Oh,
want to?
then could I use my sling and my shield?
You're slinging your shield? You could.
I'll
Sling is
do that.
one-handed. Alright, so with one hand you're reaching for your shield, the other hand you're pulling out your sling and stone. What if it is? It's now closing on a position, right? It stopped to listen, you think. The moment's just kind of hissing. It might hear us. It's been there for a good moment. It's 20 feet away from us, just hissing. Whatever it is behind trees too. And it calls out to us in the common tongue. It's a person. Hello there.
Can I?
It's a woman's voice.
Okay.
Sorry to bother, but would you guys mind helping me get home? I'm kind of lost.
Uh, mm, well, she knows we're here. Shit. Uh, I'll like
So she heard
say
us.
out like.
She doesn't see us though. If you respond, she'll know you're there for sure. She hears the
Oh,
bugs,
oh,
certainly, right? We are quiet, we're steady. So she doesn't quite know
yeah,
we're there, but she heard us moving earlier, right? Getting our weapons out, that's what she heard. When you drew your
I'm gonna,
shield and took out your sling, you made noise.
I'm gonna stay quiet.
She's getting closer. 10 feet. She's super close now.
I'm just gonna talk. Oh shit. Okay.
Jeebus
I'll
is
be
almost
like,
invisible. Halflings hide really well because they're so small. But you and Joe are about to be spotted. And Joe's a thief, so you can actually hide pretty decently too. You're Claire. You're probably gonna be the one seen out of all of them.
mm,
The woman's
if
at
I
your side now. She
okay.
kind of looks around. She's passing you. You're behind the thickets and the tree, and she's about to pass you. Right? She's gonna pass your side. What do you do
Can
as she
I like?
passes? She's gonna probably tell you're there as she passes. Do you wanna attack? Do you
I'm
wanna
just,
hold? Do you wanna make yourself
oh,
known?
there you
What do you do?
are. I'm just gonna. Oh, oh, there you are. Hi.
So you call out to her. You say hi, right? And when you see
Hi.
her, you see a beautiful woman, right? You see she's so pretty. Her skin is flawless almost, right? But she's wearing a cloak and a hood over her head.
Mm,
She says,
hi.
"Hello. Are you alone? Are you alone too?"
Yeah, I was actually just like heading out of Agrafsi and I also lost my way, so we can figure it out together.
Hopefully we can. And hopefully find other people to help us get home. We're pretty far. You know that you're only 2 miles from your village though, right? So you're not very far. Let's see.
I can take you back to Agrafsi if you'd like. I got a nun there and can find you some shelter.
Alright, so let me get a
You're
token for this person.
so beautiful, by the way. I have to say that.
Yeah, the woman, you can't really see her face, but you can see her hands and her body.
Yeah.
Her cloak doesn't hide her full apparel. You can tell that she's wearing, her cloak covers most of her body except the upper part. You can kind of see it's open there. And under her cloak, she doesn't appear to be wearing any clothes. She's naked under the cloak. Um, but she also doesn't really extend, or she's peeking behind a tree to talk with you at the very moment, right? She's staying behind a tree. Let's see. Let me add a
Can I
token.
offer him some food?
You want to offer her clothes
Yeah, clothes and food.
and food? Okay. So you start to remove some food from your bag first. Maybe take off. I mean, you don't have any spare clothes. So what would you
Oof.
provide her?
Hmm. Wow, that's a good question. I can't really. Wait, could you? There's like a circle of his in front of the notes of mine, so I can see what's in my bag.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
Alright, thank you. Um, do you think? Oh, like, I guess I'll just offer food for now.
All right. You offer her some food.
Hmm?
Let's see. So you start to get some food out. What kind of food do you want to give her?
Mm, I'll take out like a little bit of everything, like a little bit of.
Oh, like half a pound of everything you can offer.
Yeah, I'll offer a pound of everything, but I'll offer like half a pound of beef because that's expensive.
Okay, sure. Let's see. Let me grab a miniature for this one. This one should be good. This one's good enough.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just making that token.
Why are you telling me?
Okay. So as you bring her the food, and you look up back at her, you realize that she is no longer cloaked. You can see her beautiful face, but her hair is not like you would have imagined. In place of her hair are writhing snakes. You're gonna make a saving throw versus petrify. You're going up against a Medusa. Let's see.
Oh my god, okay. Mm,
So we're gonna roll to see how many are in the area.
I'm
There
gonna
are
be so sad.
others in the area. So you realize she's not alone, right? You can hear other ones at this point as well that have gathered around you, right? Or they're behind her. So you're not alone. She's got 3 other companions, right? And she looks at you in the eyes and she grins. Thank you for the meal, right? But she doesn't look at the food. She looks at you instead, right? Dead in the eyes. Alright, so petrification, saving throw versus paralysis. Roll 1d20.
20. Okay. Oh, I'm scared. Okay. Oh my god, this is like the first time oh my god, this is like technically my first battle. Like I barely battled last night. Okay. What is it?
Saving throw versus petrification, just 1d20. Slash roll space 1d20.
Well,
12? Okay. Let me copy this. Duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. So she's got 3 other friends. That's her. You scored a 12 against petrification. Let's see if it's a pass. You are a cleric. Saving throw chart. You needed a 14 to pass. Let's see.
uh, does me being a cleric or any of my stats do anything with that? I know.
Your wisdom? What's your wisdom?
Really high actually.
Oh, +2 bonus.
Perfect, 14! Yay!
Alright, exactly enough. You were just barely wise enough to avert your gaze, right? As you looked up at her, your eyes you sort of feel this sorcery, right? But you're able to close your eyes or look away, at least, right? In just the nick of time. You feel a great evil gaze from her, right? And as you look away, or as you don't turn to stone, let's see. She moves in for an attack. You know, she looked at you, now she uh, moves toward you and grabs at you with her hands, right? As her snake hair kind of starts to snap their fangs at you. But before she can reach for you, what's your reaction to this, right?
Do you think I can use my knife and cut one of the snakes? Question mark?
You want to draw in your hand, you have your sling, and the other one you have your shield. So do you want to reach for your knife in this moment?
I don't, like, can I, like, get separation with her with my shield? I don't.
You want to block?
Yeah.
Okay, so you block. You put your shield in front of you, right? Your shield gets in the way of the attack. So she attacks you, of course. Well, she actually went in for a grab, but because your shield was in the way, she can grab at your shield, and that's what she does. Before she can even grab your shield, though, we gotta see if you were faster than her, right? So there's a moment of maybe hesitation or initiative. So in that case, you can roll a d6 to see if you're quicker than her. Beat a 1. Score 1, then you lose.
Oof, okay.
So 1d6. You've got a good chance of success. There's only a 1 in 6 chance you will possibly lose this fight.
Really? Oh shit, okay. Oh, it's stressful. Okay.
Yep, slash roll space 1d6. Go ahead and roll.
Okay. What? Slash roll 1d6. What?
4. Pass. Alright, so before she could grab you with her hands, you brought your shield forward, and she grabs into your shield instead. As she pulls away at your shield, let's see if she's strong enough to force your shield out of your hands. Not quite. She's pulling and grabbing your shield, and as she does this, Jeebus, you know, pops out from a flank. He's been moving around quietly. Same with
Yeah.
the thief Joe. They open fire on the enemy from the tree line, particularly the one that's grabbing your shield. So Jeebus fires, and he fires with a surprise round here. So as he fires, um, he's gonna get a +1 for short range for sure. And then I don't think we're using the halfling missile really, so we'll just do that. And then dexterity bonus too. So
Yeah, okay, perfect.
let's check his dexterity.
16? Jeebus.
16, yeah, that's a +2 bonus. So he's got a +3 total. Alright, let's see if he hits.
Alright.
6 plus 3 is a 9. He missed.
Ah!
Hits a tree.
Jeebus!
And Joe's our last chance. He fires his short bow with a sneak attack. The enemy's unaware and he's somewhat behind them, so I'm going to give him full backstab. He's flanking, so firing to the side of her head. So +4 to hit, double damage. Short range bonus. 13 plus 4, 17 plus 1 for short range. 18. His dexterity bonus is +1, 19. It's a hit. Damage is doubled. It deals
Okay.
8 damage. Let's see if she survives the hit. She has 4 hit dice. 2. Wait, we're gonna roll them all at once. Alright. See. 12. She's still alive.
Okay. Barely. She's probably weak now, huh?
She's badly wounded, yeah. So she gets shot in the shoulder really hard, almost her neck, right? So she's shot once in the shoulder and she's wounded pretty badly.
Okay.
So let's see, I'll mark it. She's got 2 left. Oh wait, 8. She's got 4 left. 4 hit points left. Okay. So that one's been shot once. And that was while she was grabbing at your shield. As she grabbed at your shield, they opened fire on her, right? Both of them did. Now we're gonna state the next round's actions. Jeebus, he's gonna continue to lay down fire on the same one, and same with Joe. As they're firing on her position, what do you want to do? Do you want to fight back? Do you want to run?
Um, I think I'm gonna like if I run, will that keep them in Jeebus's and Joe's line of sight?
Actually, technically, she was grabbing her shield, so typically that means she can automatically be hit if she's grabbing, right? She can't defend herself anymore. So technically, Jeebus should have shot her too, if I recall the ruling. Let me check the grappling rules. She's grabbing your shield and just about to pull your shield free. So, on successful open doors, grappler encumbers target, or, whatever they're targeting. Anyone attempting to grapple may be automatically hit. So she's attempting to grapple you, so she was automatically hit. So Jeebus actually shot her, if I think about it
Okay.
correctly. So he should have dealt 3 damage, which is still not enough to kill her. But she's
Oh, but
badly
it's
injured.
almost done.
So she
I
has
just
2 arrows in
like,
her.
can I just like throw my Bible at her?
You want to
Is
reach
it not?
into
Is it
your
like?
bag and pull your Bible out?
I'm just gonna use my sling. I'll sling her
From
for one
close
damage.
combat, you're right. You know, you'll have to spin that
Oh,
sling in stone. It's not very good at
okay.
close combat, but you can beat
Oh,
her with your shield or kick
I'll beat
her.
her with my shield.
Okay. So you slam your shield into her, you do a shield bash. As you bash your
Oh,
shield toward her, uh, you have to look toward her to attack. Or do you want to avert your eyes and just swing blindly?
I'll avert my eyes and swing blindly. Like she's grabbing at me. I know she's in front of me. You know.
Alright, so if you avert your eyes, you've got a -4 to hit, and the enemy get a +2 to hit naturally because you can't defend yourself as well, right? You're not facing them, you're not as aware. So, alright, so in that case, you try to swing your shield at her. She tries to reach you, of course, tries to bite at you. Bite, of course, she's getting pretty darn close, but you have your shield in front of you, keeping her at bay. And she
Yeah.
reaches for you, right? She's trying to grab at you. You're wrestling, or she's grabbing, trying to get close so that her hair can bite you, or she can bite you herself. And
Yeah.
as that's happening, the other ones, after she took fire, this one moves north, this one moves south, trying to find out who fired, and this one moves east to help replace their friend who's wounded, right? So she moves in to attack you. Now, as that's happening, Joe sees this one moving toward him and ends up falling back into the woods. So you're on your own. Same with Jeebus. They disappear. They don't want to die. So
Are
they
you?
fall back. Unless you give them orders, you didn't order them to do anything. They can't really, they do
I.
their own thing.
Oh, I think. Okay.
So as that
I.
happens, they, part ways. You're on your own here, so this one moves in to attack you, right? But you swing your shield at her. Your shield's got a little bit more reach, so the shield's got the initiative, so you have a first chance. You're just trying to cave her head in with your shield, right? Just like swing that shield into her gut. And so she's pretty close. Um, but she's trying to grab you. So as she's trying to grab you, you can automatically hit her, right? You just beat her in with your shield. So
Yeah. I'm
because
gonna
of
do
that, you
that.
just automatically do damage. And if she reaches for you, before that actually, we're gonna roll initiative between you and her. She's pretty close to you right now. There's a chance,
Yeah.
a slight chance for her to be able to get past over your shield and somehow, maybe grab your shield and pull it, right? There's a chance for that to happen. So, I'm gonna roll initiative. I'll go ahead and roll 1d6. You gotta beat a 2 to have the initiative. And
Okay.
having the
So
initiative plays a very important role, right? It's how quick you can
mhm.
move. If you can win every time, you'll get first move.
3. Oh God. Okay.
Alright, 3? Okay, so with your 3, that beats a 2. So, before she can even grab your shield, you beat your shield into her gut. And shields, if you use it as a weapon like that, deal like probably 1d2 damage. So let's roll that. 2 damage. That's enough. You cave her gut in. You feel your shield smash her ribs in, and she falls over dead. You've got your first kill.
So sorry.
You kill the Medusa, right? Or Snake Woman, a Gorgon, right? So, as you
Before
crush her
anything.
ribs, the second one
No.
moves in to attack you. And as you're crushing her ribs, this next one moves in to attack you and goes in for a bite. As your shield lands in her gut, this one comes in from the side and bites at you with her fangs. Her snakes kind of just reach toward you, so they just kind of ride out of her hair. She gets pretty darn close, right? She just kind of pushes her head toward you, her gaze trying to hit you, right? Um,
Yeah.
and she doesn't reach for you like the other girl did. She doesn't grapple you. Naturally, if they grabbed you, they can automatically hit you. But this one just kind of lets her snakes do the job. She just pushes her head forward and lets the snakes writhe and try to snap at you. Right, she's got a +3 to hit.
Oh my God. Okay.
Right, let's see if she hits you. 14 +3, 17. You're hit.
Oh fuck.
A snake bites you and ends up dealing 1 to 6 points of damage, right? So the
Yeah.
snake, what it does is, upon its bite, it drills its like head into your body, right? Or the fangs sink deep into you, right? All the snakes actually end up biting you. And she puts her head forward, 1d6 damage, right? With a total of, you can imagine, 5 snakes just now bit you. So she comes in toward you, 5 snakes launch out from her head, kind of, or ride out from her face, and just sink their teeth, snake their way into you and start biting you from multiple angles, right? You fall over on the ground with her, and she's holding you, or she's right on top of you, as her snakes chew into you or bite into you, and you take poison, right? So you, aside from the damage of 5 damage, which I think is a death blow for you. Let's see, you got a saving throw versus death.
DM
All right, failed. Huh?
question.
Yeah. What's your question?
When am I supposed to prompt my like party? Cause
On your turn,
never mind.
right? So, like,
I don't know.
yeah. So giving them orders would be your action, right? Possibly. So, depending on how many orders you give.
I haven't done those options.
Yeah. But you suffer your first death. Kyo is killed, right? This woman, she
What?
tackles you to the ground, holds you down as her snakes start launching their fangs into your throat, into your face, into your shoulder, right? The snakes just latch onto you, and the poison spreads quickly, and Kyo dies from this injury. The other two, of course, seeing all this kind of loss, who would you name as your heir between Jeebus and Joe? Who would take your place? Do you want to play as Joe or do you want to play as Jeebus? Did you get muted? Hello? Said can't hear you. Oh, you're crying? Sorry, get you. This is old school brutality. Old school D&D is deadly. No one is a main character in old school D&D, right? I mean, you kind of are a main character in a way for yourself, but no one is safe. Alright, so as you die, your men, you gotta make a morale check to see if they're gonna continue. And the morale is still decent enough to stick around to see what happens. They don't exactly retreat right away, but they did fall back to a safe distance. You don't know exactly what they're doing anymore because you're dead. But I guess I'll tell you a little bit of your fate. Seeing that you're killed, that you've killed one of theirs, they're quite angry with you. But the first thing they do is check on their mate to see if she's still alive. And like us, she actually has a saving throw versus death too. And they get to her, she was stone cold dead, fortunately for us. They were quite angry with you. And they ended up, besides all the injury you've suffered, which was enough to kill you within maybe seconds, right? The last thing you saw was these snakes try to look you in the eye. And as soon as you saw them in the eye, saw their beautiful but, you know, tempting and evil, wicked-looking eyes, you turned to stone. Everything on you became stone. They carried their friend away. That was the end of Kyo's story. Kyo was killed in action, right? She never made it. Okay, so then the other two would just go home, back to the village, after encountering such a fearsome foe. A group of Gorgons, right? Medusae. Snake woman. Okay, they're gone now. But the adventure is over, it appears then. So, alright. You okay, Achu? Alright, this will be the end of tonight's story then, I suppose. Since you're not gonna take Joe or Jeebus as your next character yet.
I
Oh,
can,
you can?
sorry.
Oh, you're okay.
I thought you said that morale was good.
Yeah, their morale's good. They held the
Why
line,
did
they
they
saw
go?
what happened. Alright, if you need more time, that's okay. Yeah, we'll just take a small break then. Take 5.